Hi everybody. Today I'm gonna show you about variables and how can we use variables in Unreal Engine. So if we go to the page, blueprint variable in Unreal Engine, here they explain about the variables in detail. It's a represent and hold a value that reference an object on actor. Basically, it's hold a value or a reference. That's it. We know sometime value changing, and we can also use it as a reference, like we use many actor character reference. So here they explain about variable type. We have boolean type, maroon color, and this is true or false value. We have byte, that's sharpa blue, and it represents 0 to 255. We have integer minus 1 minus this number and plus this number. We have integer 64 that has more range than integer. We have float, we can use it in point. We have name, that we have a string, that we can alphabetic character use text, which represent text. We have vector, means xyz location. We have rotation. We have transform, which represent vector rotation and scale. Also we can use object. Now there is a variable type in every actor and every blueprint. We can create a variable. We can give any name to the variable, and there is a many more options like variable type, instance editable, blueprint read only, toolpath, expose on spawn, private, expose on cinematic. So here is the option name and here is the description, what variable name can do. And expose on spawn, we can use it private. There is the category. We can also replication, like if we make a multiplayer or something like that, there is the advanced option. We can use it as a public if we open the eye, expose on spawn, or instance editable. For example, we can make a color, set the toolpath name, means description. We can open the eye, we can expose on spawn. If we expose on spawn, if we use this spawn actor, then we will find the option. We can also make it private, which we can modify from external. We can also create a variable, find a variable like that, and if we have private, we cannot find that. We can make variable like if we want to give the color, just right button and we'll find a function called make variable. Also we can promote variable like this, which I show you already. There is a two type, get and set. Set is we can set the color, and get is we get the color, we cannot set it, means we cannot modify from the get. It will run the value it have. Also we can edit the variables properties. We can rename it, find it, duplicate it, or delete it. If we press the right button, we can find the all of the option. So there is advanced properties, settings, and other option. We can set, we can get string name, and there is many more things. Please go to the page and check by yourself if you have any question. So variables carry a value like a etc and apple. Sometimes it's goes up and sometimes it goes down. So back to the project, go to the third person map blueprint event graph, and just create a variable, and I name it check and I make it boolean. If I compile and save, I can see two options, true and false. Until false, till true. Compile and save. We can use byte is a number, you can see there is no teeth now. 0 to 250 we can use it. Then there is integer, it's a larger range than byte. but we cannot use after. If we use point 1.0, we can use it. We use the point in float, like 500 and point 12. There is other blueprint variable also. There is a name. We can add a name. We can add a string. Each and every one have their own definition. I as Victor, and now we can see we have x, y, and z axis value, which we can change and modify. There is a transform, and there is a large location rotation scale value, which we can change if we want. If we search actor, we can use actor as a reference. You can see reference class, class reference, object reference, class reference, soft object reference, soft class reference, and from here we can access the function also. So if we add event begin play and create player character, from here I just access to my class to BP third person character and add it with the event begin play, and from here I can promote a variable. It have the full name, but I name it player. You can name whatever you prefer, by the way. Now we can see that variable type, description, instance, editable, blueprint, read only, and other function. From now this variable I can access any function inside the third person character. This is very handy and this is very useful. So go to BP third person character, and from here I just add a event, a custom event. I name it bring it. So we can use this custom event from the this variable. If we search bring it, yes, you can see the function. So from this variable now we can access everything inside the player character. This is the beauty of variable. So in description we can write a detail about it. Sometimes we need to understand what we write, or sometimes other people use it, so they can understand what is this used for. We can use it instance editable, blueprint read only, expose on spawn, private, category. We can add a category. Reference, you can see that now it's a different category though. So sometimes we need to use place same type of variable in one category. So there is also replication. We can use it for networking like multiplayer. There is advanced option. So delete all of it. So this is how we can use variables, but we can also use it in functions. I go inside the function, and here you can see a function called local variable, and we can specifically use this local variable inside the function. If we go outside, we don't see the local variable option. Now we don't have the option local variable, you can see it. Now go to the BP collect, and I show something in here also. I just create a variable. I name it check. I just want to check, so I make it die open instance editable, and I just drag and drop the BP collect. And from here, if we go to the detail, you can see the check option in here. We can tick and untick from here also. But if we go to the BP collect and uncheck the I instance editable, now we don't have the option. So this option is for that, if we want from change it from editor or not. We can do the same thing for number. I made it number and I make it float and open the I. Now we can edit the number in here also in editor. We can give 509 and something like that. So this is how we can use variable if we instance editable. Compile. There is other option like array use array. If we make, we can add multiple array element like this. I will show you that also, but mostly we use single. There's a set and map, but mostly we use single. So there is a expose on spawn. So what it does, just compile and go to the third person map, and from here I just add a get spawn actor from class, and from here I just add bp collect. Here is the bp collect. Now you can see the number, we can change the number from here also. That's the spawn on actor do, and I just add a z key, and if I press, just it happen, and we can just use the reference. Our bp collect have the reference, and we just need to add the transform or location where we wanna spawn. So I just go to the windows and place actor, and from here I just search for target point, spell it correctly. Here is the target point, and I just get the reference, and from here I just get actor transform. So we also have the transform variable which have x, y, and z axis, location, rotation, and scale. So we just got the transform and add the transform. We can change the number and change other thing if we want, if we add any other exposition on. So if we play and press G, there will the bots just spawn in one after another. I just press Z again. So there is a variable, you can choose any variable. There is a 3700 variable. There is a lots of variable. Also, if we use reference, there will be more variable, and from the reference we can use access the actor blueprint or character blueprint. We can access anything from there. Now we can see we have 3700 and something like the variable. So this is the use of variable, and we can use the variable different way. So that is for today's tutorial. Bye bye everybody.